Boom, check this out. Holy crap, is that badass. So let me remove, pardon me here, look at this. So that is a picture of the Fold 6 on the left and the Fold 7 on the right. Now, this is why I was never interested. This is why I've always purchased the Flip series every year, because it's more like a regular phone. Now, even the Flip series in the past was tall and slender. When you opened it up, it's a very tall phone. However, the Fold series, very tall and slender itself, as you can see with the Fold 6, and even even if you go back to the Fold 5, to the Fold 4, to the Fold 3, though they were even more awkward to hold. They were even taller, and they were real thick, right? Because you're folding over two phones when it's closed. I've always wanted one, and I got really close when the Fold 6 came out. I went to Best Buy, checked them out, and I was like, damn, they're almost there. Like, I could see myself potentially getting it. But it just felt, still too clunky, still a little too weird. Here's my perfect foldable. It look and feel like a regular phone in your hand. And then you just simply open it up to a tablet, right? And by God, Samsung finally got it this year, it looks like. So the Fold 7, it's not an exact, the dimensions are not exactly like the S25 Ultra or the S25 Plus. It actually looks more along the lines of a S24 Ultra. Now, I went to go look at the information, and it's actually, the outside of the display is like a 6.6 inch. So it's more looks like a S24 Ultra, but with an S24 Plus size, if you get that point, because it has these squared off edges. It looks like a regular phone. When you hold it in your hand, it's going to be so thin. It's going to be the same thickness as an S24 Plus when it's closed, because when you open it up, the thickness shrinks down to about 4 millimeters, right? And when you close it, just over 8 millimeters. And the S24 Plus, just over 8 millimeters when you're holding it, the S24 Plus. So it looks like they're finally going to hit on what I've always thought would be a perfect size and dimensions. Is it look and feel just like a regular phone when you're using it, and when you want a bigger display, just open it up. So technically, be like using the S25 Ultra, and it just simply opens up into two phones, right? Two displays. So I think they finally got it right this time. Now, I think the price is going to be a little more expensive this year. I think they are raising the price on it, but let me remind you just of how thin this thing is. So check this out. Well, can I pull up Twitter on here? Let me see this, because there is have y'all been on Twitter lately? Have y'all seen the prototype Samsung foldable that people are using? It is literally paper thin. Now, I don't think that's the Fold 7. I think this is an unreleased product, and all companies do this. Apple, Google, they'll have prototypes that they give to certain employees and say, hey, go use this for a few weeks, come back, tell me what you think, what you like, what you don't like. They do that all the time. Now, you can't take photos of it. You can't put it on social media. They don't want you to release the way it looks and everything, right? But people catch them in subways using it and videotape them. They're like, holy crap, look at, what is that? This prototype and it's running One UI software, so we know it's a Samsung. It's literally paper thin. I'm not even exaggerating. You have to watch it a couple times. You're like, what the hell is that? I think that's too thin to be the Fold 7, but I honestly think it could be the Fold 8. I mean, these things are the R&D, research and development on these devices go back a few years, 3 or 4 years, like from planning to execution to manufacturing to production. So the leaked image and/or video that we got of the paper thin phone could be the Fold 7, or excuse me, the Fold 8, right? They're just testing it right now. Let me see if I can find it. Does this have a Twitter feed? Does this have a Twitter feed? I guess I could get on Twitter on my browser, but I have so many freaking... Let's see here. I guess I could search, right? X. They do not. All right, well, screw it. Let me go to my browser and see if I can sign in. Damn, that's not the one. This account is shut down, but they're still letting me. Let's see. Samsung. Fold 7. I know it'll pop up in Fold 7 because so many people were like, is that the Fold 7? So let me remove this. And let me pull up my display. This is absolutely incredible. So here's the Fold 7. That's just how thin it's going to be, just over 4 millimeters thick. Now, if you're watching this on a phone, don't do this while you're driving, but I want you to look at something real quick. So wherever you're watching this, if you're watching it on your phone, you're watching it at home, you're watching it on a tablet, what have you, get your phone, and if you have a case, take the case off. Look at your power button and your volume buttons on your phone. All right? Look at your power button and your volume buttons. Now, just imagine a phone that's just barely thicker top and bottom of each button, because that's just how thin this Fold 7 is going to be. Like, I think we know, I keep on hammering it's going to be thin, but I think it's going to shock everybody when you put a Fold 7, when you actually hold it in your hand and you open it up. I think your jaw is going to hit the floor. I think you are going to be amazed, because look at that power button, or look at that volume rocker. Now, look at the top of it, look at the bottom. That phone is just barely bigger than those buttons, thicker than those buttons. I mean, it's absolutely insane just to think of a phone that is that thin. It's really incredible. It's going to be a very incredible feat. And I'm, for one, not worried about the battery. I know a lot of people are upset because Samsung's kept the same battery size in the Fold series for, like, I don't know, roughly the same size for the last few years. I have confidence because Samsung is going to implement, remember, with the S25 Edge is the first flagship device that they've implemented the battery efficiency AI. And that has made all the difference in the world in the S25 Edge. It sounds crazy. Just a few lines of code can extend battery life drastically, but Samsung did it. By God, they did it. So, and they've made a statement saying they're going to implement that battery enhancing AI code. They're going to bake it in the software in every flagship device moving forward from the S25 Edge and on. Now, it's not in the S25 Plus or S25 Ultra, but it will be on future flagships. So the S26 series, it will be. The Fold 7, it will be. The Flip 7, it will be. The Flip 8, the Fold 8, the S27 series. And then once you get to the S27 series and probably the Fold 8, that's when they're going to start even increasing battery life even more, because that's when they're anticipated to implement the silicon carbon batteries into these devices. So battery life, I don't think is going to be an issue on this, right? I really don't. And then I mentioned the Flip 7 is going to get a little thinner, and that is the case as well. So they are, I think we read how thick this is going to, the Flip is going to be yesterday. I think it's down from, oh geez, I can't remember. They're shaving about a millimeter off of the thickness. When you open up the Flip and it's open, how thin it's going to be, they're shaving about a millimeter off of that as well. So and you can look forward to Samsung doing that with the S26 series, right? Not going to be edge thin, but you can expect them to shave about a millimeter off of each device. So that means the S26 Edge will be very thin, and then the S26 Ultra, again, they are going to make that one even thinner. Let me see if I can find, there's that picture again. Let me see if I can find, oh, here it is. Check this out. What is that? That cannot be the Fold 7. It looks as thin as a piece of cardboard. Now, there's another picture of a woman or somebody on a subway in South Korea, right? That's One UI. Look at the icons at the bottom. They're One UI icons, right? You got your phone, you got your messages, Samsung messages, you got Samsung routines, you got Samsung internet. So that's a Samsung device. Now, that's thinner than the Fold 7. Now, as I mentioned, I'll see if I can find the other video of somebody in a subway using this thing, and you can see a little better just how thin. I was going to say just how thick this is, but that would not be the correct word. And you can see a little better just how thin that device is. It has to be an upcoming prototype device, possibly the Fold 8. Let's see. You are getting an inner hole punch camera, which is fine. Again, better clarity than under the display. So for the Flip 7, you're getting a red, black, and blue. And for the Fold 7, you're getting a black, blue, and silver. Here we go. It was not a subway. It was an cafeteria. Look how thin that is. You gotta be kidding me. That's paper thin. That is paper thin. I mean, I would be scared to put that in my pocket. Because I always put my phones in my back pocket. You know, I all the time, every time when I'm walking around. And then I'll open my car, I'll sit down in my car with it in my back pocket, and then when I sit down, I'll just kind of pull it out. I think if you put that in your back pocket, it's gonna bend. I don't know how they get around those not bending. That definitely won't pass Jerry Rig Everything. That definitely won't pass his test, because that thing will snap in half. But maybe some people want to use something like that. I have no idea. Maybe it looks like it's just a display. Like, it doesn't even look like you can fit a battery in there, right? Or speakers or a vibration motor. It looks literally like a display panel, and that is it. So I don't know what the hell they got coming. I don't know what Samsung's got up their sleeve, but it looks freaking badass. That is insane. There's the Fold 7 on the right, Fold 6 on the left. Absolutely incredible. And again, Fold 7 just about as thick as the S25 Ultra when closed. So I got to run here, guys. I am, oh yeah, it's almost 6:30. I'm supposed to be out of the house by 6:30. So come back tomorrow. I'll have this set up now that I know this XSplit broadcast software works fine. I'm gonna get it looking nice and jazzy. I'll have graphics ready to roll. I'll have video clips ready to roll now that I know how to use it. And as always, I do appreciate the time. Stay tuned. I'm going to do case reviews with my new camera setup and software, recording software tomorrow. So that means case giveaways could start as early as tomorrow. So tune in, join us tomorrow. I do appreciate the time. And as always, please, please, please stay safe and have an enjoyable rest of the afternoon. I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. Peace out, guys. Now, if I could just figure out how to end this stream. All right, I gotta go. I gotta roll, guys. Yeah, Fold 7 blue like this, 25 blue. I think so. It won't be shiny blue. It'll be a dark blue. It's gonna be a dark navy blue. The S25. Oh, you're talking about? I thought you were talking about the S25 Ultra blue. Yeah, the S25 Plus blue, yes. S24, that's kind of more of like a violet, but I think you're right. The S25 Plus has that dark navy blue. Yeah, it'll be like that. I'm just reading some of the comments as I get out of here. Cover display reminds you of the S23 Ultra, S24 Ultra. It looks clean and nice. It looks very clean and nice. Looks like a Fold 5, just the display. Paper one you were talking about. Yeah, it does. It does. All right, John Smith, appreciate you joining us. Miami Mail, appreciate it, brother. We'll see y'all tomorrow, and we will get the case giveaways script. I'll start tomorrow, and I'm shipping out the ones from last week today. So I'm trying to get out of the house quick so I can make it to the UPS store. Oh, OnePlus, Jesus Christ! Nothing Phone 3 comes out tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to cover it. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll just cover it just for the shits and giggles. I don't know. But stay tuned to the channel. I believe it starts at noon tomorrow. I don't think I'm getting one. But stick around. Maybe we'll cover it. Maybe we'll have some laughs, right? Some jokes about it. Because at this point, that's all you can do. I do get the Nothing Phone 3A, the blue one, delivered tomorrow. So maybe I'll have a Nothing Phone 3 here. It'll just be the blue one, right? So maybe we can join me for some laughs. We'll have some laughs for the Nothing Phone 3 tomorrow, because I showed my wife the picture of the Nothing Phone 3. She thought I was joking. I said, no, that's what they're putting out. She said, there's no way. I said, yeah, I know. So anyways, I gotta roll. Peace out, guys.